let's dig a little further into why correct and consistent UTM management leads to higher ROI. And now I'll turn it over to you, Lacey.
Thanks, Steph. So I want to walk you through a typical funnel to help illustrate why UTMs are so important to analyzing and optimizing your marketing efforts. Here on the left, you'll see your first step. This represents all of your marketing channels. You'll likely have a combination of paid and unpaid channels that are driving users to your website. It is recommended that any external link that you control should have a UTM added to the URL. Step 2 here represents the campaign interactions that drive users to your website and how the UTM gets passed to your analytics platform. Step 3, this is when users have gotten to your website. If you have UTMs on the links, you now know how the user landing on your website got to your site, what campaign they came from. And depending on how granular you want to get with your UTMs, you can know exactly what ad creative or keyword drove users to those pages. And then step 4 here represents what users do when they get to your site and how they may navigate through different pages and ultimately become a paying customer. It is common for it to take multiple campaign touches and site visits before a user makes a purchase. So a user may go through this funnel several times or through several different campaigns before purchasing. And having UTMs on those campaign URLs allows you to get a more granular understanding of how your campaigns work together and what is working and what needs more optimization. So let's go through a hypothetical situation. Say you're running ads on Facebook and a user clicks on one of those ads with UTMs in place. They land on your product page, they browse around for a bit, they end up adding an item to their cart and ultimately purchasing. Because you set up UTMs on your campaign URLs, you now can attribute that user's browsing behavior and that purchase to the Facebook campaign. If, for instance, you see that your Facebook campaign is more efficient at getting paying customers to your website than, say, your SMS campaign, you can shift your marketing budget towards the more effective campaign. Or you may want to do some additional experimenting and optimizing of that SMS campaign in order to make it as effective as your Facebook campaign. Really, what I want you to take away from this slide is that user journeys can be complex, and putting in the initial work of adding UTMs to all of your external links will make it easier for you to understand how customers are getting to your website and what they do when they get there, what campaigns are more effective in driving paying customers to your website, what campaigns need to be optimized for a better return on investment. And when you're ready for more sophisticated analysis, you can start to look at things like customer lifetime value, repeat purchase rates, and average order value based on those UTMs.